our guest this morning. We have Laurie Broccolo. She is the CEO and founder of Broccolo Group. Good morning and welcome to Property Source Radio.
Good morning, Brenna and Pat. Thanks for having us.
And we also have Andrew Freeman. He's a lawn care technician over at the Broccolo Group.
It's great to be here.
I'm so glad to have you, and we're really excited to interview you and find out more about your company as well as what services you provide. But how do you feel about the issue of registration of contractors in the area?
I was hoping you'd ask me because landscaping really should be included. There's a lot of construction of patios and walls, and there is not any standards that are enforced at all. And then even, people putting a lot of money into their trees and shrubs and finding out that the person had absolutely no horticultural background and putting the wrong plants in.
Or possibly not being insured and dropping a tree, right?
Yeah, well, and that's the other thing is one of our biggest competitors, unfortunately, in the maintenance part of our service, like pruning and edging and mulching, is people will just hire anybody who doesn't have any insurance, and we just can't compete in that area. You have to have general liability insurance and, of course, workman's comp. And I've had very well-educated clients just say to me, well, you know what, we're willing to take that risk because of the price. And it's really a frustrating thing that there is not any follow-up or, standards and restrictions.
It is frustrating. And then for the company such as yourself that is well known in the community, is employing a lot of people, paying benefits and paying your insurances and doing the right thing in the community, and then to be cut off by people maybe coming in from out of town, which is a big deal right now. And I've also heard, and maybe you can weigh in on this, that oftentimes someone will come over and tell people that their tree is rotten or something like that and take down a tree unnecessarily. Have you heard of that going on?
Absolutely. And the worst time is after a storm. If there's some damage on some big, beautiful old trees, typically the guys will just come in and suggest cutting them down because they pretend that they're arborists when they're very often these trees could be saved. The ice storm several years ago, wow, that was almost 20 years ago now that I think about it.
Dating you a little bit.
It was such a common issue. So particularly after a storm, that's something to be very wary of.
And so would you say for a consumer, the best bet is to, try and get estimates or advice from companies that are well known in the area?
Yeah, definitely working with local companies because, typically they're not going anywhere. But also looking for their certifications. If we're talking tree work, and certainly that's a very dangerous business to be in, are they certified arborists and do they have workman's compensation, and ask for it and have them prove that. If you're working with pesticides at all, making sure that they absolutely are certified pesticide applicators and registered with the Department of Environmental Conservation.
Now, do you guys do that as well? Do you guys do the arborist stuff?
We do.
Okay.
Yes.
What can you tell us about what you guys specialize in, if anything, or give me an overall what you guys are into?
Well, I founded the company on lawn care fertilizing programs with an environmental approach. In other words, IPM, Integrated Pest Management.
Okay.
20 years ago. I just want to point out that you are on the forefront of this environmental movement, and I commend you for that.
Thanks. In fact, when I first started the business, other lawn care operators insisted that clients would not pay you to treat minimally, that people were just paying you to be laborers and apply product. And so I'm really proud of the fact that our business has grown very nicely with the reputation that we use very minimal pesticides, but yet we fertilize at the right time. The lawns are gorgeous. We hire awesome technicians who actually have horticultural background, college degrees, and that's who's making the decisions out on the client's properties.
Awesome. And now, do you guys specialize in just the lawn care, or do you specialize in building patios, or do you have a whole gamut of stuff? Talk to me.
So,
do you take care of water features?
Yeah, do you pour bleach in water features?
So as the business has grown from lawn and tree care specialties, diagnostics, that's the foundation of our business. Clients have always, asked, can you do some pruning? And so as we've expanded, we've brought on people who are certified arborists, even though they might only be pruning shrubs or small Japanese maples, they're pruning them properly. There's no shearing.
Okay.
Okay, taking out, I say the mowers like to mow plants, but we hand prune. So everything is natural and healthier. And then we started adding on, perennial garden services, and that was never my expertise initially. And but as the company's grown, we now have amazing designers for patio construction,
Great.
perennial gardens, and then my piece again of driving this business is environment. So rain gardens, eco swales, things like that, native plants that don't get as many problems, attracting wildlife. Reducing the lawn.
Oh,
Do
that's
we really
why
need
you
that
got
much grass?
I'm so about the reducing the lawn.
Oh, wait
I
a minute.
love that.
Wait a minute. What are you going to do? Reduce? Are we putting down AstroTurf? Because I'm in favor. I'm in. No AstroTurf?
AstroTurf does not give you oxygen and all those wonderful benefits.
I don't care.
that
I'm selfish. I don't want
plants-
to. Okay.
But
Go
you
ahead.
want to breathe.
Now I understand why you're so angry at me before the show for putting bleach in my waterfalls. Now I understand it. I didn't get it. I was like, oh my God, she's attacking me before the show. Oh my God. I thought I was the attacker.
You are a killer of really healthy, happy microorganisms and bacteria that are good for the environment, and you killed them.
No, I just don't want mosquito larvae if I'm not turning it on for a few
Go,
days.
Lori. Go,
All
Lori.
right, we're going to talk about
Smackdown.
mosquitoes because this is a real misconception. If you have water,
Yeah.
that you're automatically having mosquitoes. But if you have a lot of native plants around you, you're going to attract toads
I
and
do.
frogs that eat the mosquito larva, dragonflies that eat the mosquito. So if you have a nice, healthy, balanced bacteria, microorganisms,
He's got nothing.
I got nothing. I get a frog every year, though. I swear. They freeze to death in the winter. I find them in the skimmer dead.
oh,
I don't understand it. Why would they come to my pond when I put bleach in it like it's a pool, right? Hang out there all summer and then croak, get frozen to death.
Oh my gosh, the DEC. I just saw the van. They're waiting out front.
They're waiting out front for
They
me.
got through the traffic.
Darn it. They aren't going to find my car here.
Oh, we've got to take a short break, folks, but we are going to be back with the folks from Broccolo Tree and Lawn Care. We're going to talk to Andrew Freeman. He's going to give us some lawn care tips. I'm real excited about that. And Laurie Broccolo, the CEO of Broccolo Group. And we'll see what else Pat has in store. Any shockers for us for the rest of the show. This segment is brought to you by Invisible Fence brand of upstate New York. We'll be right back.